Welcome back. Time now is 6:43. Let's get a check on our Tuesday forecast. Chief Meteorologist Mackenzie Lake has been super busy, and the National Weather Service.
Yeah, they are issuing warnings, they're canceling warnings, and this is one of those storm systems where you kind of have to be on the top of your toes and keep in mind that things are changing within the blink of an eye. So this is what we call a squall line, or a very large line of thunderstorms that move rather erratically and produce a significant amount of rainfall. So keep in mind that we have so many watches and warnings. I'll highlight all of these first, and then we'll talk about where the storm is headed. Ventura County is the only area now underneath the severe thunderstorm watch. Earlier this morning, it was all 3 counties. We also have a flood advisory that was now issued from Santa Barbara down through Ventura County as well. This is going to last through 8 o'clock in the morning. The general gist of everything: low-lying creeks and rivers could be overflowing, significant amount of rainfall in a short period of time. Here's a look at our future track. So the bulk of the moisture has actually moved down into LA, but we are still seeing some of the remnants here. So you can see that Ventura County, Frazier Park, and down through LA, these are the areas that we're going to be a little bit more worried about when it comes to your morning commute. Expect some heavier rainfall on the 101, maybe some pooling and ponding. We're still getting those indications of yellows and reds out through Frazier Park and just outside of our coverage zone by 8:30 in the morning. But here in Santa Barbara and Goleta, I think we'll have some lighter rain just for the next couple of hours before another cell pops up. 9:30 in the morning, if you're located near Lompoc, Santa Maria, even through Gaviota, again, this is another kind of squall line setup where severe line of thunderstorms cross over the central coast, dumping a good amount of rainfall in high terrain areas, but even some heavier downpours expected here as well. The good part about this entire scenario is the storm system did not stall. These are moving rather quickly, so it is a good amount of rainfall in a short period of time. However, when the storm stalls out and then it's the heavy rainfall over an extended period of time, that's where things get really dangerous and messy. So as far as our modeling shows, things look to be moving and moving fast, which is a good sign for us. We'll hold out with some showery activity through about 7 p.m. this evening and just some light showers here. So we kind of get that nice break this evening. We're going to dry out nicely for the rest of our work week. Another thing to highlight: wind advisory in effect, a southwesterly push this time, 15 to 30 miles per hour, but this will be allowed to expire by 8 o'clock in the morning. Gusts could be upwards of 50 miles an hour, and keep in mind, a squall line, we have such strong winds that we could be seeing some pretty big damage when it comes to mobile homes or maybe even trash cans into the roadways. All things to keep in mind. As far as our rainfall totals, just want to highlight how interesting this has been. I do think we're starting to finally pick up on more rain down in Ventura, but to put things into perspective, Santa Barbara versus San Luis Obispo, they've got us beat by 1.25 inches. So very, very different areas seeing very different scenarios with this thunderstorm supercell system. Here's a look at temperatures. So the entire coverage zone, it's going to be a cold one. 50s and 60s out there, about 15 to 20 degrees below average. So sweater weather kind of day on tap. You'll want to have that extra layer through the overnight hours because boy, oh boy, is it going to be cold. Some areas into the 30s and 40s. I mentioned we have the possibility of frost and freeze alerts. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw some frosty windshields tomorrow morning or maybe Thursday morning. Again, the system was so potent and so cold that it's bringing in quite the interesting winter weather pattern for us. As we track through the rest of our work week, as mentioned, skies turn mostly sunny. We finally rebound with our temperatures, and this weekend looking to be sunny and 75.